look, I'm only going to leave you at Poppa T's for a couple of hours, all right?
Hey, Munchkin, how you doing today?
I'm A-okay. You got any candy or sucker?
T5, we've been here 10 seconds and already you asking for something. Now, son, I done told you about going around and asking folks for things. You got to get things on your own, son.
God bless the child that's got his own.
Poppa T, now, I just don't want my son to get in the habit of asking nobody for nothing. This boy needs to learn how to fend for himself and to get things on his own.
Lord, TJ, the boy only 7 years old. Ain't nothing but a lollipop. You do know where Poppa T keeps his candy store at, don't you?
Yes, sir. Is the store open today?
Don't know why the both of y'all are looking at me. You know you're going to give it to him anyway.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, T5, the candy store is open. Oh, wait a minute. Ain't you forgetting something?
Thank you, Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
That's my favorite. What's the matter? Now, I just cut both of your heads Wednesday. Your hair don't grow that fast. What you need, money?
Come on, Poppa T. You know I don't be asking you for no money. Anyway, what would I look like asking you for money, and I just scolded that bull over there for asking you for that sucker? Just need a favor, that's all.
Well, ain't that asking for something?
Poppa T, look. I just need to know if you can watch T5 for a couple of hours this morning. I have an important studio session downtown, and I cannot take him. Look, if I carry him, he'll be all over the place, pushing buttons and stuff. We have celebrities coming in town. The boy just can't keep still. Can't keep still.
Genetics. He comes about it honestly.
You're right. He come by it honestly. Get it from his mama. She the one that can't keep still, you know.
Seems to me she kept still long enough to give you this baby.
Yeah, and then she ran off.
T5, I bought you a couple of toy cars down at the dollar store the other day. They're in the back room on the desk just waiting for you. Why don't you go on back there and get them? What's the matter? Are you afraid to be a daddy?
Don't start on me, all right, Poppa T?
So what? The boy's mama left. He still got you. What a boy needs more than anything is his daddy.
You don't think that I know that, Poppa T? Well, I know that better than anybody. The only daddy that I ever had was you. And I'm fine with that, Poppa T, because I love you. It's just that my own daddy spent all his time doing the crime, then paying the time. Know something? If I was my dad at school, he'd have never made it past the first grade. Shoot, he was always absent.
Well, he won't be absent today. He got out. The other day when you and T5 were in here getting your haircuts, he called right after you left. Says he wants to see you. Says he wants to see his grandson. This being Saturday and all, I thought he'd come by here.
T5?
Yes, Daddy?
Come on out here, son. Taking you home.
Wait a minute, TJ. Don't you want to see your daddy? You ain't seen him in 5 years. Don't you want him to meet his grandson? He ain't never laid eyes on that boy.
So what's that to me, Poppa T? That man hardly ever even laid eyes on me. And what's all this about him getting out? You know like I know that he ain't never getting out. We both know that he'll be right back in that place before the seasons change. Just wish they'd put him in there and keep him forever. Never let him out. We ain't no good no way.
Hey, you wait 1 minute! That's my son you talking about.
He's my daddy, Poppa T. My daddy. But only back to see.
You see that boy there? That boy marks the 5th generation of Tate men. Thurgood Joshua Tate V. Everything that is me, my daddy, your daddy, and you is poured into that boy. Your great-grandfather was a stevedore. Worked hard all his life, pennies and hours, to take care of 5 kids. He taught me and I watched him and I learned. He taught me to work hard and take care of family. He taught me to be the same. And I thought I was doing the same for your daddy. Somehow I guess I fell short. I forgot that while earning money for home, I also needed to work hard being a daddy. Sometimes I cut 30, 40 heads a day, working 12 hours a day to earn enough money for home. I thought that was taking care of family. TJ, but while I was busy making money for the home, your daddy was out playing house and breaking into homes. By the time I had already found out what was going on, he had already shaped himself into what he was going to be. He did it without my hands. You see, that's the difference between your great-granddaddy and me. Oh, he was an artist when it came to being a daddy. He was a sculptor. He sculpted me. Like your daddy, I poured the clay, but I forgot to mold it. By the time I found out what was going on, he had already shaped himself into what he was going to be by the examples of others. I wasn't there, so he sought the examples of others. You're right. T5 needs to learn to fend for himself. But don't you ever be so busy providing you forget to be a daddy.
Hey, Pop. How you doing?
I guess all that time in prison done finally turned you into a woman.
TJ!
It's okay, Pop. I guess this is your way of saying hi to your daddy.
No, man, they ain't saying hi to you. Ain't got nothing to say to you, all right? Nothing.
That's your daddy, TJ.
He ain't nothing to me, Poppa T. Nothing. He ain't nothing but a faded memory trying to live again. Look, man, once you're dead, you can't just come back to life, all right? The only person I ever knew to do that was Jesus. You sure don't look nothing like him to me.
Oh, so you be knowing what Jesus looked like.
I know he don't look nothing like you. Much as you want to be a dead man walking, you ain't nothing but a ghost pretending to be alive.
And what's that little package you holding so tightly? Is that my grandson?
Don't worry about who this is, all right? He ain't nothing to you, man, nothing.
That's Thurgood Tate V, your grandson. Come on, son. Let the boy meet his granddaddy.
Poppa T, you my granddaddy.
No, T5. I'm your great-granddaddy. That's your granddaddy.
T5? What kind of a handle is that?
Look, man, my son's name is Thurgood, like my granddaddy right here. But see, if it was up to me, we all would be calling him T4, seeing as how there wasn't no T3 around.
TJ, let your son meet his granddaddy.
My name is...
Oh, man, come on. You got to be kidding me. Come on, T5, I'm taking you home.
What? Thurgood!
You think that I don't feel? You think that I don't feel nothing at all? You don't know nothing. You don't know nothing at all.
Look, man, look. Just give me my son, all right? Give me my son, and we'll walk out of here and out of your life just like you walked out of mine.
Thurgood, let the boy have his son.
I'm gonna give him his son, Pop. But TJ and I need to talk.
No, man. We ain't gotta talk. We ain't got nothing to talk about, all right? Nothing.
Don't you have some questions? Weren't there times when you wish I was right there in front of your face so you could ask me things? Why did I leave you? Didn't I love you? Why wasn't I there for your first teeth, your kindergarten graduation, your recreation football games, your graduation from high school?
What about college, man? Don't you even know that I graduated from college? My bad. What could I possibly have been thinking? Forgot all that happened since the last time they locked your butt up.
I know you graduated from college, TJ. Went on and got your degree in music. I don't know what you're going to do with a college degree like that, but I know you're going to do something. More despite me than because of me. You were the first Tate man to graduate from college. That got my attention. It gave me cause to pause, to think. I wondered. My boy graduating from college, and he ain't even got a daddy to share it with. That's when I knew I needed to, had to, talk to you. Not at you, but to you.
Well, I think you waited just about 22 years too late.
No, I didn't. You got that boy there. If it's one thing I do know, when a man got a son, he could be a much better father to that son when he's right with his own father. It ain't Poppa T's fault that I ain't been right with him. It ain't your fault that we ain't been right as a father and son. There ain't none of that nobody's fault but my own. But you got your own son now, Thurgood Joshua. And each of us, each and every one of us, has to do right by him. All I'm asking is a chance to start with you. Been plenty of years since I ain't been there for you, son. But I've been standing out there in that cold corner freezing all morning long, hoping that you would come through this door. 10 minutes, son. That's all I ask.
Well, you got your 10 minutes.
Poppa T, wait. Poppa T, you can't do that. I don't even want to talk to this man.
TJ, you talk to your daddy. Your daddy just said a whole lot right then. If you can't do it for yourself, the boy needs to know who his granddaddy is. Do it for him. I'll be in the back room if you need me.
Poppa T, wait. Poppa T! Oh, man. You got your 10 minutes, man. Not a second more either.
Where's that boy's mama?
Don't you know? Seem to be knowing everything else.
I don't know everything, son.
Look, man, let's get one thing straight, all right? We'll get along a lot further just as soon as you stop calling me that.
Okay. If you say so, it's a deal. So, where's that boy's mama?
I don't know. She ran off to Hollywood somewhere, thinking she was gonna be some kind of star actress or something.
And who do you think you are?
My name is Thurgood Joshua Tate. In becoming a father, I didn't hesitate. See, I became a daddy much too young, so I got to be strong to promise my son and their winning fate. See, my own daddy, well, he wasn't around. But my son, he wears a crown. He's a prince to me, so his king I got to be. We ain't got no time for no absent daddy clown. So this all that I got to say to you, my friend. I already been someplace that you ain't never been. And if you think you can just walk up in here and play daddy now, ain't no way, no time, and no how. Because this father and son right here, done already come to an end. See? Know who I am. I know that ain't no convict.
Right. You're not a convict. And I am. But do you realize when I found out that you were in college, I prayed for you every day, day and night? I was praying that you'd make it. You were the one to break the cycle. And you did. You were the first Tate man to graduate from college. But when I found out that you were going to be a daddy, I was heartbroken. At the same time that I was thinking about how much of a father I hadn't been for you, I was thinking about what that baby might do to your dreams, your plans to finish school. But I'm here to tell you, TJ, you're a better man than I am. I would have run away. Like I always did. You know that better than I do. But you're a single man with a child, TJ. You realize how much that boy got going against him? I'm here to make sure there's not any more of me in you than either one of us wanted to be. And if it is, I'm here to kick it out of you.
Ain't that just like you, man? I ain't even hardly been in my life threatening to just walk up in here and kick my butt. Scared I'm gonna be too much like you. Well, ain't nothing like you, all right? Nothing. I got my college degree, man. A college degree! The only time I ever seen the inside of a jail was when I was a kid. I came down there then just to see you. Man, ain't nothing like you, all right? You know what? You don't have to worry about kicking my butt either. You ain't gotta kick my butt. I already kicked your butt by not being nothing like you.
I'm glad you're nothing like me, TJ. You ever think that's why I kept away from you? I didn't want any of the craziness that is my life to rub off on you.
That's real smart, Goody. Help the child by avoiding him. Man, please!
You're right, TJ. But I learned a thing or two when I was locked up this time. Before being transferred to Greenville, I found out about a fatherhood program in the Norfolk City Jail. Had distributed a whole lot of information about the importance of a father being involved in his child's life. What can happen when he's not there? I couldn't believe it. In 1960, there were 8 million children in this country living without their daddy around. You realize how many there are today?
Man, all I care about is 2, all right? See, you weren't there for me, and I will be there for T5.
You make sure you do that, TJ. Because there are 23 million children today living without their daddy around. Now, I ain't no math genius, but I did do some construction work when I was out in the street the last time. And I figure that's an increase of 300% from 1960 until today. And I did my own research behind bars. It was frightening to learn that most of those guys were raised without their daddy around either. I figure about some 70%. And I'm talking career criminals here. And do you realize that most of the children committing murder in this country were raised without their daddy around? 72% of them. 60% of the rapists. And when a child is raised without his daddy around, they're much more likely to do drugs, drink alcohol, smoke, and have risky sex.
Man, what has any of that got to do with me? I did fine without you. With Poppa T, I did just fine.
Yes, you did, TJ. You did just fine. But I'm talking about that boy in there with Daddy. In addition to Poppa T, you did have your mama. Your boy only has you. Now, your mama and I didn't get along.
Hold it, man, hold up. Just leave my mama out of this, all right? She did the best she could with what she had. She struggled every day, alone. But you know what? She made sure I spent a lot of time with Poppa T. Good quality time, too. See, my mama knew that I needed a real man in my life, not some shadow like you. She done moved on with her life, as a matter of fact. got herself a real man. So just leave my mama out of this, all right?
You need to know, TJ. You need to know for your boy that his mama, your mama, any woman can sometimes unknowingly create a barrier separating a child from his or her father.
Now, we won't have that problem, will we? See, T5's mama, well, she ran out on him. Just like you ran out on me.
Don't you ever think that that woman ain't gonna come back into that boy's life. All I'm saying, TJ, is that T5 needs both of his parents. Though I wasn't there for you, I know that you were there for that girl the whole time she was carrying Thurgood Joshua V. The fatherhood program says that's very healthy for the baby during pregnancy and during the first year of life. That boy looks pretty good to me. I say you did just fine. I can't correct the past, TJ. I've made more mistakes with you than I can count. I can't imagine that you'll ever forgive me. I wouldn't if I were you. I know I hurt you, son. And I'm sorry. But whether you want to accept it or not, I am your daddy. You are my son. Whether you want to believe it or not, I love you. And though today is the first day I ever laid eyes on that boy in there, I love my grandson too. Like I said before, I ain't no genius. But I know that in order for you to take the best possible care of that boy, you have to come to peace with your daddy. In order to do that, you have to find some place in your heart to forgive me. You have to forgive me for being human. Don't look at me like that. I ain't going nowhere. I guess I am going somewhere. Your Aunt Babe got me an application to Norfolk State University. I got my GED when I was in the slammer the last time. Trip thing is, you were the inspiration for me. Ain't that a kick? As your daddy, I'm supposed to be the inspiration to you. You turn out to be the inspiration for me. Got your college degree. That got my attention. Your boy, TJ, marks the 5th generation of Tate men. Now, I know Daddy done told you about Thurgood Joshua Tate I, how he was a stevedore. They called him longshoremen nowadays. Even then, long ago, your great-granddaddy broke his back for that boy back there with Poppa T. After 5 generations, I was the only weak link in the chain. But you're wrong about one thing. I'm not just a faded memory. I haven't given up the ghost yet. You just wait and see. Remember, any man can make a baby, but it takes a real man to be a daddy. You are a real man, TJ. And if you don't mind my saying so, I'm proud of you, son. Well, I guess I gotta go. I love you, son. I love you. Well, I guess I gotta go.
I love you too, Daddy. Hello, Jane? Yeah, TJ here. Fine. How are you? Good. Listen, about our session this morning. Oh, I know how important it is. I do, really. But something more important has come up. Oh, no, I'm fine. Really, I am. What? Well, okay, here it is, see. I'm going to get in the floor, right, with my son. Play with some inexpensive plastic toy cars. Yeah. Huh? Look, I'm already late for this appointment and I gotta go, all right? I'll call you back when I'm done. Later, all right? I'll call you back. Boy. T5, Poppa T, y'all best to get ready, 'cause here I come. And I got the fastest cars on the planet.